It began with a nut and a bolt that shook his top hat with a jolt. P.B. Crisp, an idea for a munch, but with graham cookie outside for crunch. Inside a center so sweet, peanut butter cream, oh, a treat. A taste so enormously grand, made to fit in the palm of your hand. P.B. Crisp, P.B. Crisp, P.B. Crisp. Peanut butter cream is the name of the dream. P.B. Crisp, P.B. Crisp, P.B. Crisp. The sweet taste that is destined for fame. P.B. Crisps and new chocolate, yes, chocolate crisps from Planters.
There is truth in advertising, yes I swear. Got new Nikes on my feet and Vidal Sassoon in my hair. I can sure use a Budweiser Fruit of the Loom underwear. There is truth in advertising, I swear. Why would they lie to me when they love what they sell? Plus we all know that the liars have a special fire in hell. On the television, radio, and in the magazine, the advertising gods perpetuate the American dream. Advertising, let it be, let it be. Now I know that I don't need to buy everything they try to sell me, but so easily divided is a fool and his money. There is truth in advertising, let it be. Why would they lie to me when they love what they sell? Plus we all know that the liars got a special fire in hell. On the television, radio, and in the magazines, the advertising gods perpetuate American.
There are only a handful of billionaires that we shouldn't hate. These include Scrooge McDuck and, of course, Mr. Peanut. Mr. Peanut, whose full name is, and I kid you not once again, Bartholomew Richard Fitzgerald Smythe, is the mascot for Planters Peanuts, a division of Kraft Foods. It's rumored that he also is a magician with a rabbit in his hat, but this has never been confirmed. Planters, as a company, was founded in 1906 in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania by Amadeo Obici. In 1916, a young schoolboy, Antonio Gentile, submitted drawings of an anthropomorphic peanut to a design contest. Between this and McGruff, I don't know why companies love design contests so much. Maybe it's because they don't have to pay the person who wins. After his design was chosen, commercial artist Andrew S. Wallach added the iconic monocle, top hat, and cane. Gentile's family was originally given $5 for winning the contest, but Obici befriended them and paid for his and 4 of his siblings' way through college. After he'd paid for Antonio to go to medical school, Antonio became a doctor, then died of a heart attack in 1939 in a cruel twist of irony. Now, there's a claim that Frank P. Kreese Sr., a Wilkes-Barre artist, made the additions of the monocle, top hat, and cane, but Wallach's daughter Virginia remains adamant that Kreese joined the project after Mr. Peanut was created. Neither Planters' history nor any other sources can truly identify the artist. By the mid-1930s, Mr. Peanut had come to symbolize the entire peanut industry and appeared in almost every Planters package and advertisement. He's been animated, stop motion, CGI, he's run the gamut. In 2006, another contest was run to determine if a bow tie, cufflinks, or pocket watch should be added to Mr. Peanut, but the public ultimately favored on not changing the iconic mascot. Mr. Peanut rarely has had speaking roles, and only Bill Hader and Robert Downey Jr. have done that job. Otherwise, he's remained a fairly silent mascot, which is rather rare actually, as most mascots are meant to be boisterous and in your face to get your attention to the product. I guess Mr. Peanut just has more class. I mean, look how rich he looks.
Fun. Every day can be fun, cause it's fun when you're munching Planters. Fun. Munchin' Planters, it's fun. Every day can be fun, cause it's always fun. Munchin' Planters.
Anytime you munch 'em, anywhere you crunch 'em, Munchin' Planters is fun.
Munchin' Planters is fun. Munchin' Planters is fun.
In 2017, the Virginia General Assembly passed a joint resolution commending Mr. Peanut. For those who don't know, the Virginia General Assembly is the legislative body of the Commonwealth of Virginia. the oldest continuous lawmaking body in the New World, established on July 30th, 1619. Why they did this is beyond me, but it's hilarious. We respect peanut mascots more than human beings. There was also a sculpture of Mr. Peanut on a bench in Atlantic City, New Jersey back in 2006, but the sculpture has since been removed, sadly. So much for photo ops, I suppose. Now there's a reason that Mr. Peanut is the mascot we decided to come back on for the show, and that's because on January 22nd, 2020, Planters killed Mr. Peanut. In fact, they have a funeral service planned for him for the goddamn Super Bowl.
Let go. No, you let go. Hey, Mr. Peanut, no, you don't. Don't do it, Mr. Peanut. No! Maybe he'll be all right. Maybe not.
Sad. Social media is going nuts after learning that Planters killed off the iconic mascot in a dramatic commercial that was posted on Twitter. The top hat and monocle-wearing pitchman was the face of Planters Peanuts for 104 years.
That's a long time to live. Yeah, the new commercial stars actors Matt Walsh and Wesley Snipes and Planters' famous Nutmobile. The company has purchased ad time during the Super Bowl to hold a funeral for its century-old mascot. Look for it in the third quarter, apparently.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, well, here in Columbus, people are taking it hard, and they're paying tribute to Mr. Peanut at a makeshift memorial at the Peanut Shop on State Street in downtown Columbus. Boy, you live in Columbus long enough, you know that. You know that Peanut Shop and that sign. They've left flowers, candles, spilled peanuts as well. Opened as a Planters Peanut store back in 1936, but now sells
your memory, Mr. Peanut.
roasted nuts and a variety of candies. I mean, again, and social media is taking this hard. A lot of people sending their thoughts and prayers to the family of Mr. Peanut.
Yeah. I didn't know he had a family.
He did. I didn't know it either.
I didn't know he was a family man.
The cashews, the almonds.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Not just
the hazelnut
the only
cousins.
Peanut. There you go. Yeah.
That's right.
PETA says, R.I.P. Mr. Peanut, splendid source of protein to vegans everywhere.
That's so true.
Yeah, and obviously
Mr. Clean had a shout out.
Always classy, always crunchy, always cleaned up nicely. We'll miss him.
It's just, I mean, we'll see what happens. I'm hoping that maybe there's a miraculous comeback.
And there might be. We'll find out during the Super Bowl.
Roasted. I mean, stranger things have happened.
There are, but we'll have to wait to the Super Bowl. But if it is a funeral, what a life well lived.
I love Mr. Peanut.
I do too.
Mr. Peanut was waving at me the other day, Bob. We were going to the Ohio Theater. And right out in front of the shop, there was the Mr. Peanut. And he said, "Hey, Monica Day." I was like, "Hey."
You don't have any words.
I have no words for this.
Now, while this all has the rotten stench of a marketing ploy to it, it's also the first actual time we've had a truly dead mascot on the show, and by God, we were not going to pass that opportunity up. In an article from Adage, they wrote, Planters has killed off its 104-year-old spokesnut and plans to hold the character's funeral during the Super Bowl. And we're just going to ignore the hilarious creation of the word spokesnut? Okay. Apparently, he met his fate, saving the lives of Wesley Snipes and Matt Walsh in a pregame ad depicting a road trip in the character's Nutmobile that went horribly awry. Planters has since stated that a separate spot featuring his funeral will run in the game, quote, so the world can mourn the loss of a beloved legume together. Samantha Hess, the Planters brand manager, stated, it is with heavy hearts that we confirm Mr. Peanut has passed away at 104 years old. He will be remembered as the legume who always brought people together for nutty adventures and a good time. Now, as I said, this is so clearly just a marketing ploy, but it's a damn good one, and it works out for us, so we're all for it. Either way, I also think this says quite a lot about our society and our relationship with mascots in general. People opted not to add anything to Mr. Peanut back in 2006, and now they're mourning his presumably false death, even going so far as to trend #RIPeanut on Twitter. The thing about mascots is that they are us. We miss them when they're gone. We're sad when they die. We don't like them to change. They're everlasting, something that we will never be. So we want them to stick around and stay the same. Permanence is the biggest thing a mascot has on its side. Relevance is so crucial because without being relevant, you will not be permanent. And while treating Mr. Peanut's life like a goddamn soap opera, in which he'll dramatically return from the dead during his own funeral, is kind of in poor taste. But it works. It has people talking about Mr. Peanut. Most brands would kill for that level of consumer interaction. Nobody's trending hashtag Tony Tiger, that's all I'm saying. Even if we want Mr. Peanut to invariably live forever, we have to try and kill him every now and then. Even if just as a stunt. And if it isn't a stunt, if Mr. Peanut is truly dead and gone, if the rumors of his demise have not been falsely exaggerated, then we shall mourn him, yes. The thing that's most uniquely human is empathy. And the fact that we can reach empathetic levels with damn near everything up to and including the mascot for a worldwide peanut brand is truly a beautiful thing that I hope we as a species never lose the ability to do. We need to be able to care about others, even if those others are just goofy cartoons on a box. Mr. Peanut can teach us that underneath that somewhat rough exterior is something better, something everyone can enjoy. And I think that's a lesson we could all use right now.